Alright, welcome back to a new Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake speedrun tutorial, 80% easy difficulty for PS2, and of course HTC as well. We just fought Black Ninja and we get his level 2 card. That level 2 card is required in order to leave this main building and go to the next segment. When we leave this room, make sure that to your right on the radar the camera is away from you so we can enter without getting an alert. And then we're gonna make our way over here. To your left, there's also a guard, as you can see here. He can easily see you, or you just accidentally run into him. Try to avoid that. And if you have an alert, it's fine. As soon as you reach this room, all alerts will be dropped. Just go into the elevator, switch to your level 2 card, and get ready to leave this building behind. Take down the elevator 2 floors. And we're good to go. Alright, here is how you get to the green beret. Immediately turn right, and as you can see here, this guard follows you. On this screen here, we need to prevent this guard at the bottom to go to the next screen to our left. And it's very easy to do. You can either punch the wall while holding down, or you can just shoot. The noise either way will distract the guard at the bottom and will have him walk back to the right side. That is the key here. And you have to quickly follow on because there is a guard right here that you need to punch. You can just punch to the left, you don't even need to punch up. It's important that you just distract that one guard. And now there's two different things that we can do. We either walk to the right side, which is an alert-free version that we can do if you aim for a big boss. Or there's an any percent version where we burn one of our alerts. Burn alerts is really only considerably... You only need to consider this really if you're going for big boss rank. For 80%, this will always be faster. And I'll explain at the end why. So we go down here to this screen, we go down to the bottom, we walk straight into this guard. Get the alert, walk up and turn left. And we are immediately in the evasion phase as we change screens. The guards will not follow after us. Punch that guard, go up into this room, and there we go. Our alert will have cleared, and as you can see here, the green beret is already almost on his way to the forest. Or the Lost Woods, as it's called in game. This is the version that is definitely faster over the right side, where we don't get an alert. So if you just follow here, there you go, he's off screen, we are off screen, and then the next segment begins. I'm going to show you an alternative that you can do, where you turn to the right side. It's a little bit more complex, saves you one alert, but it's really only considerable for the big boss attempt that you can do. Nevertheless, I still want to offer it also in this any percent run, so you do have an alternative if you chose to do that. Maybe you have an issue with the one alert, or maybe later we find out it is actually beneficial to not have that. So let's go back again. Once again, we leave the elevator immediately to the right and follow up. Go down. This time I'm going to punch the screen to show that it doesn't matter, and follow up to the left. Wait for the guard to come close, punch, and then further on to the right. Punch that guard. Don't worry if he turns left, he doesn't immediately see you. And then just follow up the path. This right side path is something that you can do again, really only if you aim for big boss, because you don't get an alert here. Watch out on this screen here. The guard will be very close to you, so don't just run into the screen, or this will happen. So make sure that you maybe stop first, and then go forward to punch the guard. There you go. Move up. And as you compare this now to the earlier cycle, the green beret here is way earlier on the cycle. He's in the top right corner basically. He needs to go all the way to the south, and then over to the west, and then up to the north, and then he will enter the forest. Versus the version that I showed you before. That version, we have him already almost at the border, and we can immediately follow up with it, which is saving us quite a few seconds. So I'm gonna do the left side version one more time at full speed. As you can see, just follow on, walk clean, distract the guard. Ideally, you do not get stuck at walls. That's the one thing you shouldn't do like me. Go down to the bottom screen here, walk over, get the alert, we'll follow up, take this line, and as we're already in the evasion, on the next screen we keep the evasion, but there's no guard following us. Punch this guard to the right, go up, and now you can immediately follow up the green beret to the left screen as he's almost already on his way out. Way easier, way cleaner. So if you ever have seen me teaching you the right side version. Left side version is now what I really recommend for 80%. And it's really not that complicated, as it's very easy to get away from the alert state. And only leave the screen as soon as the white dot leaves your radar. If you do it too early, the green beret will not be in the next area and you will actually have messed up. So this whole segment is called green beret following segment. We just follow the green beret guard. And if we mess up and he sees us, or if we walk into him because we're too close, he will get alerted and he will run away. And we need this guard because else the map would be scrambled and full of dead ends. We couldn't progress, right? It's not like we could force a way through here. If we could do that, speedrunners would have done that already. Nope, sadly we have to wait for this guard to walk ahead and show us the way. And sadly he's very slow. But just follow my line, stand where I stand, and the guard will not see you. And most important to know about this guard is really the timings, right? When he leaves the screen, you want to follow up with him, but you don't want to be too fast. If you're too fast, you walk into him, he gets alerted, runs away. But you also don't want to take too long, or else he will turn around on the next screen, and that will have a despawn because you took too long to follow him. So my ideal suggestion is try to follow up close enough and then just tap once to go to the next screen. Once you reach the next screen, you know, okay, he's far away from us. Then you can follow up close like this here, right? And as soon as we're done with this screen, we go down and exit to the south again to make one full turn. Because this guard is very paranoid and, yep, just waiting for us to make a mistake here. Now on this screen, we're back in the beginning. We walk to the right and then follow down to the south. We wait in this left corner. And we wait for the guard to exit to the right again, basically making the full turn. On the next screen, we gotta be careful. So we wanna literally just enter the screen by tapping once and stay here. If we hold forward a little bit too long, we are too far out and the guard would immediately see us. And it could happen that you try to overcorrect and go left and then end up being on the previous screen, the guard turns and then he will be gone. So this is the only time where this segment can be really tricky. Other than that, just wait around the corner. Be sure in the second time that he will check the next corner and follow up easily. And as you can see, every time when we change screens, I just tap up first so as that I don't immediately run into him. It is enough time for that. And now on the second round, he will actually go up to the north and he will lead us to the cell. One last turn here. And there we go. Once again, tap up here. He will immediately turn right. And then one last turn. And there we go. Now when we follow him up here, turn up and punch immediately or punch to the right, depending on how quickly you can follow up with him. Getting alert is a little bit of time waste because again you will freeze. If you can make it so you follow him quickly enough, punch, don't get an alert, awesome, you saved yourself less than 2 seconds, but you saved time. And for 80%, it really doesn't matter too much. If you want big boss, different story, but we're playing 80%, so an alert is really only time loss, not anything else of a problem at this point anymore. Just enter this room, the alert will immediately drop, and Dr. Madnar will be on the right side of the wall and will start his knocking sequence. Thankfully, though, we know exactly what we need to do. And we play from 140.85, where we call the Colonel, go to 140.82, just 3 points down, and call Dr. Madnar. He will immediately stop knocking, and we have the next flag, so we can continue on to go to Running Man. As we close the screen here, that's the segment. In the next video, I'll show you how to do Running Man and especially how to make it past the swamp. So, see you there.